Friday morning, the 4th of April already. Welcome to net number 938 of the Morning Brew. This is N2BH. I'll be doing the first hour, and then I'll be logging for Jeff, KE0GKF, for the second hour. And there is a second cup this morning following the Morning Brew. A few announcements. The magazine is out. You should have received it. If not, you can go to the /magazine. Tonight, 8 o'clock is Youth Net. Like everybody can help support the youth that run the net. If you have third party, either you know, grandchildren, whatever, bring them along. And Saturday morning, the 20-meter net at 1:41, 10 a.m. Today's question, do you have an iPhone or an Android? Text line is open, 716-317-9050. And we already have a list of check-in. We have Zachary from Kissimmee, Florida, KI6KQO. Mark, KES, New York. Jeff, KC9TEW, Crown Point, Indiana. Michael, KE2EIO, Allman, New York. Jimmy, KD9YT, Wakarusa, Indiana. Gil, K4GDS, Orlando, Florida. Lane, KC2NJV from Belmore, New York. And Ben, K8BWK from Oregon, Ohio. Let's take some mobile check-ins. You're on your way to work, school, whatever. Mobile's on call sign.
Whiskey 5, Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November. That's Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November, mobile.
Kilo 4, Kilo Zulu, KK4, KZZ. KQ4, UAM, KQ4, UAM. KF8, DGE, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Golf Echo. Okay, we'll hold it up there. I think I got everybody correct. We have Nick, KF8, DGE, Kevin, KQ4, UAM, Mark, KK4, KZZ, Anders, KZ4JN, and I believe the first one was W5KZ, Michael from Pine Bluff. Is that correct?
Whiskey 5, Kilo Alpha Lima.
Okay, Ken, that makes a little difference. Had some doubling going on there. Good morning. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Good morning, Nat, Brew Crew. I have an iPhone. That's about it. Down here, we're supposed to get some bumpy weather today, tonight, tomorrow, so everybody stay safe, safe travels. W5KAL, back to net.
Very good, Ken. Hope you have a good weekend, and yeah, stay safe. Watch the weather. Anders, KZ4JN.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday! I have my phone as my primary phone. I use Android for miscellaneous experiments and so on. It's my primary. I hope everyone will have a great weekend, and I'll send it back to you at net control, KZ4JM.
Very good, Anders. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Mark, KK4, KZZ.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. GTI. And
forward to a good weekend. I have both, an iPhone and a Android. Android's actually my work phone. My iPhone is my personal phone. What's funny is my previous employer, it was the other way around. So when it comes to phones, I'm bilingual. And with that, I'll send it back to Ned, KK4KZZ. And learn in both systems. Have a good weekend. Thank you for being here. Kevin, KQ4UAM.
Good morning, everyone. I would have to say it would be an Android, and that's the only one that we've got. Appreciate everything everybody does. Stay safe, well, and have a great weekend. KQ4UAM, back to the net.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you checking in with us. Nick, KF8DGE.
Good morning, everybody. For me, it is Android. I don't see a reason to go iPhone, and I give you guys the stories about good ones. But as long as you got a good Android, you know, I stick with the Samsung top-tier phones. I have a great time with it. KF8DG.
Very good, Nick. Yeah, got an Android. Girlfriend's got a iPhone, and man, I know more about the iPhone than I care to. Have a good weekend. Ben, K8BWK, good morning. Good morning, everyone, on the Friday edition of the Morning Brew. iPhone for me, sir, and that's all I got to say. Everyone have a great weekend. Thanks, Bill. K8BWK. Oh, thank you, Ben. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy your weekend as well. Wayne, KC2NJV.
Good morning, all. KC2NJV here. I use an iPhone. Have yourselves a great weekend.
Very good, Wayne. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Gil, for GDS.
Good morning, Bill, and everyone on the Brew. I'm an iPhone user. I'm fully immersed in the Apple ecosystem with like 4 or 5 devices. K4 GDS, back to that.
Very good, Gil. Appreciate you being here, and hope you have a good day. Jimmy, KD9YUZ.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the net. iPhone for me, sir. Everybody have a great weekend. KD9YUZ, back to net.
iPhone it is. Have a good weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Michael, KE2EIO.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, everybody on the net. I have a Samsung Android, and I have no problems with it. It's KE2EIO 73 to everybody, and back to net control. Thank you.
Very good, Mike. And enjoy your weekend as well. Jeff, KC9TEW. Good morning. KC9TEW, Jeff, you still with us?
Yes, I answered. I'm sorry, it must not have went through. Put me down for an iPhone, and it's back to you, KC9TEW.
No problem. That happens once in a while. Have a great day. We'll talk to you shortly. Mark, KE2EDS.
And the rest of the crew, I have an iPhone. Works great. Can't complain. Have a KE2 EDS.
Very good, Mark. Hope you have a great weekend. Zachary, K6KQO.
Bill and the Brew crew. I use an iPhone, and my employer was so gracious to give me another one. So 7-3 all around, KI6KQO back to net.
Very good, Zachary. Hope you have a good day, and thanks for being here. Enjoy your weekend. We'll acknowledge some text check-ins that have come in. We have Roy, KA BYU, Roger, WA3 VYP, Paul, KD2 WBC, Robert, KJ4 ZFM, and Matthew, KC8 YT. Let's take some general check-ins. Call signs twice and slowly.
This is K2DJD.
November 2,
DJD
Victor Lima Kilo. November 2, Victor Lima Kilo, mobile. N9 BPM, November 9, Bravo Bravo Motel, Chicago.
K2CJD, K2CJD, mobile.
WB8VHL, mobile. WB8YY, Kilo Delta 2, Yankee, Uniform, Yankee.
Whiskey Quebec 8 Papa. Whiskey Quebec 8 Papa. In and out.
Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey Zulu Delta, KM4, WZD.
Juliet, mobile and in and out. Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray Juliet. Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray Juliet. Kilo Quebec 4, Zulu Golf Foxtrot. Kilo Quebec 4, Zulu Golf Foxtrot, in and out.
Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor.
Okay, let's hold up right there. We had somebody doubled with KC3 LAV. Station that doubled last there.
Number 4, KB2 UPH, listening from Florida.
Okay, I got KD2 UPH, and I had an N4, the N4 station.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Hey, Roger, I thought that might have been you. Let's see, we have Bren, KQ4 ZDF was in and out. We have KJ, KQ4 UXJ. And I had a mobile, all I caught was J. J said they were mobile.
November 2, India Sierra Kilo. November 2, India Sierra Kilo. Kilo Japan 5, India Charlie Golf. KJ5, ICG Mobile.
Okay, let's hold up there. We got Gordon in the mobile. Let's see, Nicholas, KD2 UPH. We had Bob, N2 ISK. Joe, 4WZD. Nathaniel, WQ8P was in and out. We have Charles, KD2YUY. Ed, WB8BHL. Nathan, BBM. Let's go up to, let's see, we have N2VLK, Jeff, and let's go to CJ, K2CJD. This is N2BH, and do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Good morning, Bill, and everyone in the brew. I have an iPhone. Use it every day. I'll pass it back to you, Nat. This is K2CJD.
Well, thank you, CJ. Hope you have a good weekend. Appreciate checking in. Jeff, N2VLK.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew. I hope everybody has a good day. And the answer to the question is I also have an iPhone. And with that, I'll turn it back to you. Say 7-3. And thanks for doing what you do. N2VLK Mobile, I'll be listening.
Very good, Jeff. We appreciate you being here. Have a great weekend. Another mobile, Bob, N2ISK. Good morning.
Okay, good morning, all. Yeah, I have an Android. Have for many years, and I have a kind of a commercial version right now that has extra connectors for different things. My opinion, mind you, I think your iPhone is way overpriced, but to each his own. This thing works fine. Everybody have a good day, and N2ISK.
Yeah, very good, Bob. Hope you have a good day, and enjoy your weekend, too. Thanks for being here. Gordon, KJ5ICG.
Good morning, everyone. Answer to the question is iPhone. I have an iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch. I'm on the app. Thanks for running the net. KJ5ICG.
Yeah, very good, Gordon. Hope you have a good weekend. Appreciate checking in with us. All right, let's go top list here. Roy, KA8BYU. Good morning.
Morning, everybody on the Brew. KA8BYU. I've got an Android. I have had iPhone in the past, but when the last one I had died, I went and got an Android because I couldn't afford the latest iPhone that was out at the time. So, I've all... But back to you.
Yeah, very good, Roy. Yeah, they seem a little proprietary, and a lot of apps don't work with them. Seems like that. Have a good weekend. Roger, WA3VYP.
Good morning, Bill, everyone on the net. I'm an iPhone user. No particular reason. I have family members that have Androids. Everybody's happy, but that's what we have at the moment. I could be persuaded either way. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks, Bill. WA3VYP.
Yeah, very good. Roger, hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in with us. Paul, KD2WBC.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody listening. Put me down for an iPhone. I haven't, can't deal with the shame of having a green text bubble. Everybody out there, have a great weekend. This is KD2WBC.
Very good, Paul. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate checking in. Robert, KJ4ZFM. Good morning. KJ4ZFM, Robert, still here? Nothing heard. Let's go to Matthew, KC8YS.
Yes, I have a iPhone, and the rest of the day just heading to the semi-truck and just heading around Portland, Oregon. Anyways, hope you all have a great day. 73 is KCYPS.
Well, thank you, Matthew. Hope you have a good day as well and enjoy your weekend. Let's go to Nathan, N9BBM.
Good morning, everyone. This is Nathan in Chicago. I personally have an Android phone. So that's what I've got. Hope everyone has a great weekend. TGIF. Back to net control from N9BBM.
Android it is. Have a great weekend yourself, and thanks for being here. Ed, WB8BHL.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody on the net, WB8BHL in Orlando. I am on Team Apple, Bill. Got a couple of them. Back to net, WB8BHL Mobile.
Yeah, very good, Ed. Hope you have a great weekend and motor safe. KD2YUI. Hello, sir, and good morning, everybody else listening in on the Brew Crew. We'll be down for iPhone. The whole family has iPhones and kind of got used to the operating systems. Plus, we probably invested a little money in iTunes, and all that music would go away. 73 all, back to that control. KD2YUI. Yeah, very good, Charles. Hope you have a great weekend and appreciate you being here all the time. Joe, KM4WZD.
Hey, good morning, Bill. Good morning to the crew. iPhone for me. It's what my employer gave me. We all have iPhones. That way our IT folks only have one platform to answer questions about. But my family's got Androids. They look like they're fine too. But this is what I got. Everybody have a good weekend. Take care. And 73 KM4WZD. Back to net.
Hey, when they're provided to you, use anything. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Let's try Robert again, KJ4ZFM. Robert must be having problems this morning. Let's go to KJ. Do you have an iPhone or an Android? KQ4UXJ.
Good morning, Bill and the Brew. This is KQ4UXJ, KJ in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I have a Samsung Android, one of the best phones ever made in the world. I really enjoy it. Back to net control, KQ4UXJ.
Yeah, very good. Okay, yeah, I've got one now. I was using Motorola's before, and yeah, I kind of like the Samsung. Have a good weekend. Mike, KC3LAB, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Bill. Good morning to everyone on the crew. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor, Mike, Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And we also have Android. Been quite handy to me. A lot smarter than me most of the time. KC3LAV, back to the net. Have a great weekend. We're clear.
Oh, they sure are. There's features on there probably never use and might not even figure out. Have a great weekend. Roger, N4RHE. Good morning.
N2BH. Good morning, Bill. Sound good? November 4, Romeo Teleco. iPhone. It works well with my Apple stuff. I got my first phone, a Motorola Brick, back in 1987. 52 years ago yesterday, in 1973, Martin Cooper of Motorola made the first cellular phone call from Manhattan. He called his competitor Joel Engel of Bell Labs. That must have been satisfying. November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast, return to net.
Very good, Roger. Hope you have a great weekend and always putting a smile on our face. Thanks for being here. Up next, KD2 UPH, Nicholas. I believe I have that correct. KD2 UPH. Anything close to that? All right, we'll put them in and out. Let's go to Brad, KQ4 UWF.
Good morning to all. Thank you for running the net. I use an Android, and that's how I'm talking to you now, since my antenna has done fall down, go boom. Everybody have a great weekend. KQ4 UWF.
Well, hopefully you get that repaired pretty quick, and that was sounding really good. Have a great weekend. Don, W9EBB.
Good morning, everyone on the Brew crew, and good morning, Bill. Ocala, Florida, 72 degrees currently and going up tonight. I own an iPhone. I also apply to their music and their games, so I have the Family One plan. We're big Apple fans here. You guys have a girls have a wonderful weekend. This is W9. Have a great day, W9.
Well, thank you, Don. I hope you have a good weekend as well. And we're starting out 40 degrees this morning along the Erie Canal, and next week and a half doesn't we're going to get much above that either. Norm, NY1US, good morning.
Everybody on the Brew crew today, and yeah, we're at 41.7 according to my weather station, so we're scalding out here. Anyway, I have an Android phone, the Samsung Android, and but I do have an iPad, because there are some apps that don't work on Android, don't come on Android, so best of both worlds, I guess. Everybody have a good weekend, and thanks for being there. N2BH from NY1US.
Yeah, we'll put you down for both, Norm. And appreciate you being here, and hope you have a great weekend. BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. Just a couple quick announcements. There will be a second cup today, following the morning brew. The news magazine is out. You should have gotten it. If not, you can go to coastreflector.com /magazine. And there's also a free audio version on YouTube. Let's see, tonight, 8 o'clock, YouthNet. Third-party youth. Help support the kids running the net. And Saturday morning, 9 a.m., 40-meter net, 7.245. And 11 p.m. Saturday night, trivia net. The question of the day is, do you have an iPhone or an Android? Text line is open, 716-317-9050. And we have Randy, W2RBC on the list. Let's take some check-ins. Call signs twice.
Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile.
Kilo Alpha 2 Echo Uniform. Delta Yankee. Kilo 7 Delta Yankee. Kilo Alpha 2 Echo Uniform.
Alpha 2, in and out.
Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Romeo. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Romeo. KJ5 GUS. That's Kilo Echo, Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Uniform Sierra.
KQ4 YVA, Kilo Quebec, Yankee Victor Alpha.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot.
November 5 Golf India. November 5 Golf India.
Okay, we'll hold up there. We'll acknowledge James, AA5JW in the mobile. Scott, KE2EEU. Clark, KK7DY. Bruce, KE4DER. Or Bill, Bruce, KJ5GUS. Norman, KQ4YVA. Vern, VA3CRF. Art, K2AAC was in and out. Thank you for stopping by. And Guy, Rich. And we have VE3XCD. Via the text line, Eric. Anybody else? Call signs twice.
Bravo 4 Romeo Oscar November. Whiskey Bravo 4 Romeo Oscar November. In and out this morning. Kilo Juliet 5 Delta X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5 Delta X-Ray Bravo.
Okay, we'll acknowledge Ron. WB4RON was in and out today. Hope you have a great weekend. And we have Frank, KJ5DXB. Let's go up to James in the mobile. A5JW. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Well, good morning, Bill. Thanks for running the net. Good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring. For work today. Hopefully it'll be a short one today. I think I'm going to get out of there about 2, so that makes me happy. Unfortunately, I've got a doctor's appointment, so that makes me unhappy, but you got to take the good with the bad. To the question at hand, yes, I actually have both. I've got an iPhone as my everyday calling phone, and then I've got an Android phone that I use for all-star other, I guess, TV switch to access my all-star notes and other ham radio software and even Meshtastic. So yes, I have both. With that all, 3 handed back tonight. Everybody have a blessed day. Stay safe out there and enjoy the weekend. This is Alpha 5 Whiskey Mobile. We'll be listening.
Thank you, James. Boy, you've got some energy this morning. Have a great weekend. Thank
sunlight today, so it looks pretty nice, but not as warm as we had the other day. Gosh, it was up into the 60s. That was a nice shock to have. In terms of the question, Bill, iPhone for me, I do like how the Apple devices are all kind of integrated and work well together. For the rest of the day, going to go and help my brother-in-law and sister-in-law as they just came back from a trip and they need some help just cleaning and getting stuff. Hope everyone has a great day and a really lovely weekend. Take care, Bill. Thanks for doing it. VA3CRS.
Yeah, very good, Vern. Thank you for being here every day, and hope you have a great weekend, and welcome them back, and it's nice that you're helping them out. One of our facilitators, Randy, W2RBC. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, and everyone on the morning brew. I have a Samsung Android phone. I really never liked the ergonomics of the iPhones. Back to net control, 73 to off, W2, RBC.
Very good, Randy. Hope you have a good day, and we'll talk to you a little later. KA2EEU.
Well, good morning to everyone on the Brew crew this morning. Yeah, James has lots of energy. I wish I had that much. It's an iPhone for me. I did have an iPhone and a Droid for a full year, comparing them when they first came out. Stuck with the iPhone, been with it ever since. Y'all have a great day, and I'm portable in Orlando, Florida today, heading back to Houston. Have a great day from K2EEU.
Well, safe travels, and good on the portable. Have a great weekend. Clark, KK7DY.
Good morning, Bill and the Brew crew. Well, I might be the only one in the free world who does not have a cell phone. I'm still using the twisted pair. Back to the net control, KK7DY.
Oh, that's not a bad thing, Clark. I'm sure there's times I wish I didn't have one. That's why they have an off button. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Bill, KE4DER.
Good morning, it's Bill, KE4DER in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I have an iPhone, and I use that for live videos in church, for telephone calls, pictures, and everything. 73, thank you for calling the net this morning. We really do appreciate it. Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo, back to net control.
Well, we appreciate everybody checking in. So without you guys, we wouldn't have a net. And thanks for being here. I hope you have a great weekend. Bruce, KJ5GUS.
Good morning. I have a Android because I don't do any Apple products. Back to you. This is KJ5GUS.
Andrew, good weekend, Bruce. Thanks for being here. Norman, KQ4YVA.
Good morning, Brew crew. Greetings from sunny and warm Central Florida. Mark me down for an Android. I've had one all my life. I had a iPhone for a while for work, and it was absolutely miserable. So, Android it is. Okay, great day and a great weekend, and hey, back to the net.
Oh, thank you, Norman. Hope you have a good weekend. Rick and 5GI. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the crew. Happy Friday. Lovely 70 degrees here in the village. Well, I turned in my flip phone, the old Motorola flip phone, for an iPhone back in the day. I still have it, actually. I've stuck with iPhones and Apple products ever since, so never owned an Android, and very happy. iPhone product line. And there you go. Don't have a twisted pair either. Got rid of that a long time ago. And that's it. So 73s from N5GI. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Very good, Rick. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Rick, VE3XTD, good morning.
Good morning. Things are going well here in Gravenhurst up north of the border. I have Android products, but you know, I'm really glad we live in a part of the world where we have a choice, and it's the freedom to make that choice. Back to you.
Oh, I agree with you. It's nice to be able to make our own choices, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. This is N2BH, Bill and Bert. Let's go to Frank, KJ5DXB.
KJ5DXB. Good morning to you, Bill, and everybody. I am the iPhone category. Thank you for the check-in. KJ5DXB. Back to you, Bill.
Oh, thanks for being here, Frank, and enjoy your weekend. Charlie and Bertie, NA2B, good morning.
Good morning, and everybody on the net. Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the net from Bertie and I here in Tampa Bay. Just looking at my watch here, it's 73 degrees this morning. Going to hit 90. Last couple of days, it hit 90, broke records and, for all-time high. I think it's just a preview of what's coming down the road. Anyway, in response to the question, Bill, Bertie and I both have iPhones, and we've, I guess, been iPhone folks for many years, and we'll probably continue. Had pretty good luck with them. Anyway, going to get out and enjoy the weather a little bit this morning before it gets too warm, and you and your family have a good weekend, and everybody on the net. N2BH, back to net, NA2B.
Well, thank you, Charlie. Hope you guys have a good weekend as well, and man, you guys are above average down there by quite a bit, and a little below average. Thanks for being here. Let's go to Don, KE2CXQ.
Good morning, Bill, and Mickey, and everybody, crew. iPhone for like forever, and had pretty with them. Not any real problem. I don't think I've ever.
Well, we lost you at the end there, but we got your iPhone, and hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate it. If the Netherlands could stand by, we'll take check-ins in a minute. Last on this list, we have Bill, WHK. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Florida, 72 degrees, clear sky, sun's up. I don't know what the temperature's going to be. Probably around 89, 90 degrees. Luckily and happily, the warm weather is. We have Android phones. My wife, I do, my son, and they're all Google Pixels. So I don't care myself, but my wife and he like their Androids. So, later today we got coffee and donuts up at our rec center, and looking forward to that. Get to see a lot of neighbors and chat with them. Many of them are returning back up north too, because the snowbirds are heading home. Okay, here's a W8WHK and back to that control, 7-3. Everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah, very good, Bill. You might want to tell them to hold off for a little bit. It's not warming up here very much. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Let's see, we have KK6BCX via the text line, which is 716-317-9050. The day is, do you have an iPhone or Android? Time for new stuff. Call signs twice.
W7OMH, 7OMH mobile. In and out, 73. Good morning.
M4OPO mobile.
November 9 Echo Hotel Tango and 9 EHT. Good morning. In and out.
Kilo Delta 2 November Lima mobile. KD2NL mobile. Kilo Tango 5 Bravo Tango X-ray. Kilo Tango 5 Bravo Tango X-ray. In and out. Kilo Charlie, it's KR4CKC.
For Papa Juliet Mike. For Papa Juliet.
Kilo Echo 8 Sierra Mike November. KE8SMN. Kilowatt Alpha 2 Mike Alpha Tango. Kilowatt Alpha 2 Mike Alpha Tango.
E2 EED Kilo Echo 2 Echo Echo Delta.
Okay, we'll hold up there. We'll acknowledge Christopher, KE2EED, Joe, KA2MAT, Jeff, KE8SN, Perry, PJM, and there was a like CKC. Could you give us your call sign again? It's not coming up.
How about K4NHV, Kilo 4, November, Hotel Victor.
Okay, Nick, we got you. Let's see, we got BTX was in and out. Thank you. Hi. Chip, KD2NL on the mobile. Doug, N9EHT was in and out. Thank you. Michael, K4OPO in the mobile. Mike, W7OMH in the mobile was in and out. Thank you for stopping by. And we have Kenneth, KK6BCX. Anybody else? Call signs twice.
November 2, Mike Echo X-ray, S2MEX.
G, Kilo India 4, Mike Tango Golf. In and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot, KF8, CWF, in and out.
Okay, we'll hold up there. The last station, KM8, was it ZWF? outstation KM8.
KF8 CWF. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot, in and out.
It's still not coming up. Is that a new call sign?
No, sir. Been in many times. It's just you're not connected to the GM repeater here in Detroit, Michigan. First name here is Brian from Warren, Michigan.
Yeah, we got it figured out, Brian. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good weekend. We had TX, Daryl's in and out. We have Ricky N2MEX, Nick K4NHV. Let's up to mobiles here. Michael, KM4OPO. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Mike 4 Oscar, Papa Oscar, we have an Android. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay warm. Stay safe from the storm. 73 OPO, back to net control.
Very good, Michael. Hope you have a good weekend as well. Chip, KD2NL.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning to the crew, KD2NL. I have an Android. So I'll say 73, you all have a good day and weekend, and back to you, KD2NL.
Oh, thank you, Chip. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. Via the text line, we have Roy, W8ROY in the mobile. Good morning.
Well, good morning, everyone, on the Morning Brew. Hope I'm coming through okay. I'm mobile on Echo Link this morning. Seems like the GM repeater's not hooked up. Put me down for Apple iPhone. Everybody have a good weekend and stay safe. W8ROI, back to net control.
Oh, you're sounding good, Roy. Hope you have a good weekend and appreciate you being here. Let's go up top of the list. Kenneth, been waiting patiently. KK6BCF.
Good morning from Northern Arizona. Put me down for Android. KK6BCX, back to net.
Android it is. Have a good weekend and appreciate you being here. Let's go down to, see, I believe it's KC4CKC. Could you verify that? KC4CKC, you still here?
K4KK, I have a iPhone, had one for years, had an Android, then got rid of it. KR4CKC.
Very good, Bill. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Perry, K4PJM, good morning.
Good morning to the crew. Good morning, Bill. Yeah, we have an Android many years ago. We needed the flexibility of putting certain apps on our phone. We couldn't have it years ago. So we just stuck with it. We've been Android users ever since. Morning to the crew and back to net. Thank you.
Very good. Have a good weekend, Perry, and appreciate you checking in with us. Jeff, KE8SMN.
Good morning, Bill. Everyone on the crew, this is KE8SMN. Put me down for an iPhone and $73. KE8SMN, back to none.
iPhone it is. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Joe, K-A-T-M-A-T.
Well, good morning. I have an Android. Wife has an Apple iPhone, and I guess that's why opposites attract. Thank you.
Very good. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Christopher, KE2ED.
Yeah, KE2ED, definitely an iPhone. I started out with an Android. I liked it, but somehow, I remember how my work actually gave me an iPhone. So that's how I moved over to iPhone, and I've stuck with it since. And I'm not a big phone guy, so I couldn't care less if it was even a flip phone. KE2ED, back to the net.
Pretty good, Christopher. Have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Nick, K4NHV.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Let's see, I've had iPhone since 2009. I have no changes in the near future. Do have an Android. Everybody have a great day. K4NHV.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Ricky, N2MEX.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew. I was an Android user for over 10 years. And when my kids started to send me to the grandchildren, it didn't play very nice because they all had iPhones. So now, I converted to an iPhone. So put me down for an Apple iPhone because it works with the rest of the group. Back to net. Thank you very much. N2MEX.
Very good. You got to enjoy the grandkids, so glad it worked out for you, and have a great weekend. Andy, W2AJR.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, everybody in the Brew crew. I have an iPhone mostly for work. And boy, I miss my Motorola Razr. Rest of the day is work, and then that night. 7-3 all. Have a good one.
Well, thank you, Andy. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. David, N6QDY.
Hey, good morning, Bill and the crew. Yeah, go ahead and put me down for a iPhone. Everybody have a great weekend, one and all. 73 N6QDY near Sacramento, California.
iPhone it is. And thank you. Hope you have a good weekend as well. Let's go to Jerry, KI4MTG.
Put me down for an iPhone. Those are my two primary phones. I do have an Android, but I just used it for ham radio stuff. KI4MTG, back to net. Everyone have a great day.
Very good, Jerry. Thank you for being here, and hope you have a great weekend. That's bottom of the list. That'll do it for me. Just a couple quick announcements. Friday, 8 o'clock tonight, YouthNet. Bring your children, grandchildren, grab the neighbor children. They'll take third-party traffic. See Saturday morning, 8 a.m., the 40 meter net, 7.245. Saturday night, 11 p.m., trivia. And the magazine is out. Should have gotten it by now. If not, you can go to theeastcoastreflector.com/magazine. There's also a free audio version on YouTube. This time, this is N2BH. We'll turn over to Jeff, KE0GKF, and I'll be logging.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is
KE0GKF. I am located in Omaha, Nebraska, right in the middle of the country. We're starting out the day at 40 degrees. We're going to get up to about 55, 58 degrees. Super warm. Question of the day is, do you have an iPhone or an Android? Looks like Bill just came in via the text line, which, by the way, is 716-317-9050. That's 716-317-9050. Just put your call in your iPhone or your Android, and Bill will get you on the log. Bill is helping me on the log this morning. Let's go for another check-ins. Please come nice and slow.
Kilo Delta 5 Zulu Papa Tango Echo Link Mobile in and out. Good morning, everyone. KB2 UPH on an iPhone Echo Link from Florida. My name is Jeff.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Alpha Lima, KI5 WAL.
All right, we'll go with this list right. Just had KV7D, is that correct? KV7D, oh, that was by the text line. That was Adriano. KI5WAL, Robert. And then we had a station, KD something. KD is all we got. If you could clarify that call sign for us, please.
AB2 UPH, Jeff from Florida. AB2 UPH.
All right, Jeff, we got you in there. Looks like you're new to the system as well. KD2UPH. We'll get to you here shortly. KD5, Paul, you were in and out mobile. Have a great weekend. K8BAC, Al, and KI5PMI, Bill, in Hobbs, New Mexico. Let's go to you, Bill. Good morning. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Good morning, Jeff. Put me down for iPhone, please. Hope everybody has a great Friday and great weekend. KI5PMI. Back.
All right, Bill. You have a great weekend. Does anybody remember Get Smart? Remember the shoe phone? Has anybody got a shoe phone? Let's go to Al in Britt, Michigan. K8B, one of our network facilitators. Good morning, Al. What say you?
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Yeah, shoe phones are underrated. I always wanted one when I was a kid. No, I do Android. Always had an Android, and I've had a few people that have had iPhones or Apple phones. I just don't get them. They're just kind of weird, so I stick with Android. Everybody have a great day. Back to you, KBAC.
You and I are the same there, Al. I am an Android guy all the way too. I just like the operating system better. I've had it for years. I currently have a Motorola Moto G, and those work for me. I can't justify spending $1,000 for a phone because I ruined its charging jack. Let's go to Jeffrey in Percy, Pennsylvania. Looks like you're new to the system. KB2 UPH. Good morning, Jeffrey. Push the fun button. let's try that again. KB2UPH, going once, going twice. Are you still with us this morning?
This is KB2UPH. I live in Leesburg, Florida now, just renewed my license, and I am using an iPhone, and my name is Jeff.
Well, all right, Jeff, you have a great day, and welcome to the system. Welcome to the East Coast Reflector. You'll get a welcome letter from us if you are current on QRZ, and we put you Jeff in the system too, not Jeffrey. We corrected that for you, so you'll go by Jeff from now on. Gotta be a good guy with the name like Jeff. That's my name. Let's go to Robert in Conroe, Texas. 5WAL. Robert, push the fun button.
Good morning. Yeah, this is KI5WAL, and I am an Apple guy, but I don't like the sting it goes with when you have to buy one of them, just like you said. Hope you guys have a great about 5 degrees here in Conroe, Texas today, and then about 70 degrees or 69 degrees on Monday. So hope you guys have a great time. Thank you for doing the net. This is KI5WAL.
Well, all right, Robert. You have a great week. We made it, and the weekend is upon us, and have a good one. Let's go to Adriana via the text line in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, KV7D. Adriano, the microphone is yours.
And everybody on the Brew crew. Of course, I bought the microphone, so therefore it is mine. I have had both iPhone and the Android. My children and wife have the iPhones. Don't like them because of the fact that I can't control it. It controls you. And that's my cents worth. And back to you, Jeff. Good morning and have a great day and a wonderful, blessed week.
All right, Adriano. Good hearing you again. God bless to you. Well, have a great weekend and enjoy it. Let's go to Ariel in Alachua, Florida. W4RHC. Good morning, Ariel. How you doing?
Guys, today celebrating my birthday. I use Android, and I just buy a used phone. That's probably the best thing that anybody can do instead of spending all that money on a brand new phone. There's always local stores in your city that sells refurbished phone and also, and that's what I keep doing. I'm a computer guy, so never updated to the latest and better. And I use the phone until it dies. And I give me a new one. I'm real bad when it comes to updating technology. I still use an old Dell computer that I bought almost 60 years ago. And always people ask me, what's the best computer to buy? The one that works. 73 dual, W4H.
Boy, you are absolutely correct, Ariel. Technology has certainly come a long way. My computer is freshly updated about the last 3-4 months ago. And it's a mini computer, just hangs right off the back of the monitor. It's the fastest PC I've ever had in my life. Amazing. Things not much bigger than the palm of my hand. Have a great day. Let's go to Stephen in Brooklyn, New York, KD2ZH. Good morning, Stephen.
Well, good morning, Jeff, and the rest of the Brew crew. I have an Android phone. I think their operating system is far superior to what the iPhone has. And with that, I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. And this is KD2ZJH, back to net control.
All right, Stephen, you and me both. I agree with you on that. Let's go to the Godfather, Dick in Eden, New York, WB2JPQ, and also in the Zoom room with us. Good morning, Dick.
Good. I think Bill has pretty much hit the announcements, and we'll see you on the second cup
at the top of the hour. This is WB2JPQ. I was just going to say that as well. Yeah, stick around, everybody. Dick will be around for the second cup at the top of the next hour. Let's go to Florin in Conroe, Texas, K5YNU. Florin by the text line. Good morning. What say you?
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everyone else on the Brew crew. Beautiful morning. It's Friday. I can see the weekend already. Put me down iPhone. Once you start with one, I think you stick with one. Not about which one is better or better, I know. They're all expensive. Back to the net control. Everyone have a blast weekend. K5YNU.
Indeed they are. Have a great weekend, Florin. Let's go to David in Houston, Texas, by the text line as well. N0LUV. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning, sir. I have an iPhone, but my tablet, I go with an Android so that I can run whatever apps I want. So, hope everybody has a great weekend. 7-3.
All right, David, you have yourself a great weekend as well. We just had Doug check in by the text line. We are ready for another round of check-ins. Get yourself on number 938 of the net, and the weekend is upon us. And we have a lot of connections this morning, so we know you're out there. Please come twice and slowly.
W1 PCX, Whiskey 1, Charlie X-Ray.
82 UAH, Kilo Delta 2, Uniform Alpha, Hotel Mobile.
Kilo 6, Lima November, India, K6 LNI.
KQ4 Zulu Delta Foxtrot, KQ4 Zulu Delta Foxtrot.
4QMM, KO4QMM. KQ4UXJ, KQ4UXJ.
LO, KE2, FLO, in and out.
Zulu Delta Foxtrot, KQ4 Zulu Delta Foxtrot.
November 8 Foxtrot, that's N8RWF. Good morning, Jeff.
Okay, grab it while I can here. Let's go with this list here. We just had a station, oh yeah, we got KQ8U, good job. N1CBM, Carlos, N8RWF, Bill. And we had KE2FLO, who was in and out, Mike from Buffalo, New York. Mike, have a great weekend. KQ4UXJ, AJ, KO4QMM, Roger. KQ4ZDF, Bill. KY4NB by the text line, Scott. K6LNI, Lancelot. KD2UAH, so you're mobile, you're going to be up first. W1TCX, Nick, and WA8CLG, Doug by the text line. Let's go to this mobile station before he runs out of repeater. Rocco.
Beach, New York, KD2UAH. Rocco, the question of the day is, do you have an iPhone or an Android? Over to you.
Jeff and the Brew crew. I actually have both. I have an iPhone that I use for making calls, but I also have Android pads, and the Androids also have a phone number, so I like the Android better. And like one of the stations said, I don't like being and controlled by Apple. So anyway, hope everybody has a great, blessed weekend. Thanks for picking me up. KD2UAH, mobile, back to the net.
I can't disagree with that, Rocco. I agree wholeheartedly with what you just said about both systems. Have a great weekend. Let's go to the top of this list. Doug in Homosassa, Florida, WA8CLG via the text line. Doug, good morning.
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And put me down for Android. And I just switched a couple of years ago. Up till that time, I was using an old flip phone, kept it in the car. Anytime I went to use it, the battery was dead. I wonder how that ever happens. Everybody have a good day and a good weekend. WA8CLG. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, Doug. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping in. Let's go to Nick in Danbury, Connecticut, W1TCX. Nick, what say you?
Good morning, Jeff and the crew. Yeah, I started on Android and we're staying with the Android. Right now, got one of those Pixel phones and still trying to figure out how to use it. It's been over just about a year now, but we're getting there. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and thanks to Jeff and the rest of the crew for doing what you guys do. W1TCX, back to net.
All right, Nick, and stick around for hour as well at the next hour, and say hello to Dick on the second cup. Let's go to Lancelot in Hayward, California, heading over to the other coast, K6LNI. Good morning, Lancelot.
Good morning, Jeff and the crew. Down for Android. I used to be an iPhone kind of guy when the days of jailbreaking was very patched it all up. Have a good weekend. This is K6LNI, Hayward, California.
All right, Lancelot, thanks for waking up so early over there on the West Coast and saying good morning. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Scott in Memphis, Tennessee, via the text line, if I can talk this morning. KY4NB. Scott, how you doing?
Well, hi there, Jeff and Brother Randall and everybody on the Brew this morning. Elvis Barbecue Land is dry. We got about a day's break here before some more rain tomorrow, so I'm going to go with both. I've got an iPhone. I've used that for self-service, and then I've got an Android phone at home. Cheap. I don't have a phone number associated with it, but just use it for apps and Echo Link and stuff. Thanks for the net. Thanks to Vicky and everybody behind the scenes. Happy Friday, y'all. 7-3's back to net. KY4NB.
Scott, have yourself a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Let's fellow Kentucky, KQ4ZDF. Bill, remember the big old brick phone that Motorola had in the very beginning? Big, huge phone. Thing would look like an HT. Bill, good morning. Over to you.
Good morning, my friend. I have an Android. I can motivate with it better. Back to you and have a nice day.
Well, you know, it's better than the bag phone. Remember the bag phone they used to have, Bill? They'd carry a bag on the side of you. That thing was huge when they first started out with these things. Have a great weekend, Bill. Roger in Umatilla, Florida, KO4QMM. Roger, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff, and the Brew crew. You're sounding good this morning, Jeff. And you can put me down for iPhone. And it takes me back to my first phone, the Nextel. Man, I thought that was something there. Look how far tech has came since then. And I got a good story with that, the first phone too, but that'll be for another day. Everybody have a great day. 73 from the Sunshine State, KO4QM.
Okay, Roger, have yourself a great weekend. iPhone it is. Let's go to KJ in Charlotte, North Carolina. KQ4UJ. KJ, over to you.
Good morning, Brew. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Uniform X-Ray Juliet, and I believe I'm a recheck. I thought we were already on the second cup, but again, I have an Android, Samsung Android. Back to net for the recheck.
Oh, that's all right. One of these days, check like every 10 minutes just to you know, razz the net. One of these days, see how that goes with them. Have a great weekend. Mike was in and out again from Buffalo, KE2FLO. Have a great weekend, Mike. Let's go to Bill, NARWF in Trenton, Michigan. Bill, iPhone or
Very good morning to you, Jeff, and everyone on the Morning Brew Net. This is N8RWF. I am checking in with Echo Link on my nice little Android phone. It's a Google Pixel 9. Love this phone. It's excellent, and it's a great part of my little ham radio station, and Android phones especially are one of the great radio transceiver inventions ever made. So thanks for the call, Jeff. Always good to hear you. It's you got a great, pleasant voice in the morning. Thank you so much. This is N8RWF. Again, I'll be clear and listening.
Well, thanks, Bill. I don't know if that's my morning voice, because we start much earlier here in the Midwest. Well, an hour earlier. It's only 7:23 in the Midwest, so I start the net off at 6 a.m. with everyone. Have a great weekend. Bill, let's go to Carlos in Hollywood, Florida, via the text line N1CBM. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Jeff, Bill, and the rest of the crew. Beautiful day down here in South Florida, 78 degrees or almost clear skies, a few clouds here and there. I am Android all the way. I don't like the restrictive nature of the iOS in the Apple products. I like to shuffle my files and work it just like a PC. So I'm an Android kind of guy. 4 years, been there 4 years. Jeff, have a good one in 1CBM.
I can't agree with you on that, Carlos, again. That's why I'm an Android guy, too. Have a safe weekend, and in the friendly skies up there flying around in your planes. Let's go to Bob, Ecorse, Michigan, KQ8U via the... Good morning. We're talking about phones. Android.
Good morning, Jeff, and the rest of the crew. For me, it's an Android. I like that best. And I have a box in the attic in my garage, and every cell phone from all the way back from the brick to the one in the backpack that weighs 40 pounds, the one that like a little purse, and flip phones, everything in between, all the way back there. I still carry. I got a analog cell phone. It looks like a desk phone you put in a vehicle. It's like a little museum up there. Everybody, I'll see you on the second cup. KQ8U, back to that.
All right, Bob. Yeah, I wonder if anybody has one of those big bag or brick phones, Motorola brick phones. I wonder if they fetch any money, an antique, Have a great weekend, Bob. Let's go to Dennis in Dansville, New York. CDC. Dennis, by the text line. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone on the Brew. I've got an iPhone. I'm heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem with MacBooks and iPads, and my wife has the same. We've been happy with that for years. I don't feel restricted by the Apple iOS system, and I'm happy with it. So I guess if I'm happy with it, that's all. W2 KDC, everybody have a great weekend. Back to you.
I couldn't agree more with that, Dennis. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters. No matter what anybody else thinks. You have yourself a great weekend. We got you down for iPhone. We got Joe and Craig that just chimed in by the text line, and we are ready for another round of check-ins. Please come twice and slowly.
2, CJM, Whiskey 2, Charlie, Julia, Mike, Mobile.
Kilo, Echo, Mike, Alpha, Echo, KE6, MAE.
4 Golf 1, November Yankee Sierra, G1 NYS, coordinate.
WBZ, KD2, WBZ, in and out.
Kilo, Charlie 3, Foxtrot, Golf, Delta. Kilo, Charlie 3, Foxtrot, Golf, Delta. Alpha Bravo 8 Kilo, Alpha Bravo 8 Kilo. N1 QWX, number 1 Queen Whiskey X-ray. Like that.
Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Zulu Juliet. Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Zulu Juliet. Okay, looks like I've got the reflector. Let's go with this list here, and we got to clarify a few. We just had KO4SZJ, N1WX, is that correct? N1WX?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, Arthur, got you in there. Thank you. AB8K, KC3FGD, KFOMHN, KD2WBB, Wallace from Wyoming. You were in and out. Have a great morning. We had a 4K1 station. 4K1, if you could clarify that call for us.
Okay, my call sign is 4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra 4 G1 NYS.
Okay, I think we've got it. Of course, F and S's sound the same a lot of times on the radio, but I think we've got it. 4G1NYS. Hang tight. See you soon. We have a station before that. We have to get cleared up too. KE6FAE, something like that. Call, please.
Kilo Echo 6 Alpha Echo KE6FAE.
All right, Larry, thanks for clearing that up for us. We'll get to you here shortly. KC2JPQ by the text line. W2CJM. Charles, you're mobile. We're going to get you first here. N2WXD, Craig, and K04FRR, Joe, at the top of the list. Let's go to this mobile station. Charles in Selden, New York. W2CJM. Charles, do you have an iPhone or an Android? Over to you.
Good morning, Jeff, and everybody on the crew. I have an iPhone. Thank you very much, you and Vicky, for doing the log. Have a great weekend. Everybody be safe.
All right, Charles. Have a great Bill on the log this morning, who's helping me out and keeping me here. Let's go to the top of this list, K04FRR, one of our network facilitators. And also in the Zoom room with us this morning from Sorrento, Florida. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Brew. This is Joe, KL4FR. Roger says I was cheating because I was doing a text check-in. But I have to say I have both iPhone and Android because work so I keep that the same, but the personal is Android. Have a good day, everybody, and I'll talk to everybody in the Zoom room. KF4FR, back to you.
My station head ID there. Joe, thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you later in the Zoom room. And everyone, just a reminder, there will be a cup at the top of the hour with Dick. So stick around and say good morning to Dick this morning. There will be a second cup. It's Friday. Let's go to Craig in Riverview, Michigan. N2WXD. Good.
N2WXD. Good morning, Jeff and all on the Brew crew. I have an iPhone. Back to net, N2WXD.
All right, Craig, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Frank in Lancaster, New York, by the text line. KC2JPQ. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Jeff, and everybody listening to the Brew. I have an iPhone, and looks like it's going to be a nice day over here, so I'll say 7-3s. Everybody have a great weekend. KC2JPQ.
That weather, Frank, and enjoy that iPhone. Larry, Calamasa, California, heading over to the other coast, KE6MAE. Larry, we're talking phones, iPhone or Android.
Well, good morning, everybody. KE6MAE here on the West Coast. Not even light yet. For some reason, I woke up very early. I have an Android phone. Always have. I do have an iPad. I can work both of them, but I'm just familiar with the Android and prefer it. You know, I remember those old phones you're talking about, the bank phone and all those. Early days of phones. KE6MAE.
Yeah, you had to have a wagon. You know, the red my bag and to carry the bag around in behind you. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in so early this morning. Let's go to Stephen in Batangas City, over the big pond, 4G1 NYS. Good morning, Stephen.
Oh yeah, good evening from here in the Philippines. This is the Pogo 1 November Yankees. My name is Steven, and to answer your question, morning, I'm using an Android because when compared to our Philippine pesos due to the exchange rate, iPhones would be pretty much hefty in our wallets. That's why are much cheaper and less taxing to our wallets. Anyway, for my traffic, I'll set it back to control from here, and good morning stateside.
Good evening to you too, Stephen. Taking the time to check in over there. And yeah, no, the iPhones are expensive over here too as well. They're all expensive, but yeah, the Androids are less expensive, and I like them better anyway. You were our second check-in from over there from across the big pond, Stephen. Have a great weekend. By the way, Dick just held his brick phone up in the Zoom room, and he still has the old Motorola brick phone, and he also said he has the bag phone. Boy, Dick, I think you should put it on like eBay or something. You know, they probably get $10,000 for the things. I don't know, maybe not. There got to be someone out there wants to put. Let's go to Bill in East Bethel, Minnesota. KFO-HN. Good morning, Bill. What kind of phone? iPhone or Android?
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Ned. I have an Android. I've always had an Android and never thought about having an iPhone. This is KF0 MH10. Back to Ned.
All right, Bill. Yeah, there have I. I have an iPad sitting here on my desk in the office where I'm sitting, you know, because I'm doing the logs and still watching the log and stuff. And so I have my Apple that way, but I still prefer the phone to be Android. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's go to Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, KC3FGD. Ray, what say you?
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Everyone on the Brew. Put me down for an Android. As far as today, late storm last night, so a lot of activity going on as far as weather. And I'm heading up to the wood shop here and enjoy some work up today. Everyone have a great day. I've been listening in on the second cup. KC3FGD, back to net.
All right, Ray. Thanks for checking in. Dick was saying in the Zoom room with his brick phone, after 30 years, he pushed the button on it, and the LED still responded and came on after 30 years. I'll tell you what, they don't make them like they used to. Let's go to a new, I believe, AB8K, Nathan in Huntington, West Virginia. Good morning, Nathan. Welcome to the Morning Brew. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Good morning, everybody on the net. Yes, new to DMR completely. I just built this hotspot, and this is the first net I've checked into on DMR. For me, always Android. I like my autonomy, and I don't really want somebody to do with the phone back to net control.
All right, Nathan. Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm an Android guy, too. I still can't get over the light responding on brick phone from 30 years. Nonetheless, he didn't turn on completely, but nonetheless it responded. Still just a little bit of juice left in there after 30 years. Let's go to another. And Nathan, by the way, thanks for checking in. You're new to the system. Look for some letter from us if you're current on QRZ. Let's go to another new check-in. Looks like N1QWX. Arthur in Lincoln. Good morning, Arthur.
Good morning, Jeff from the Brew Crew. Well, you put me down for an Android. That's all I have to say. Back to the net.
All right, Arthur, you're new to the system as well, just like I told Nathan before you. You're both new check-ins and new to the system. Look for a welcome letter from us if you're current. Check us out at eastcoastreflector.com. Have a great day. Let's go to Rick in Lady Lake, Florida. KO4SJ. Rick, how you doing?
Good morning, everybody. This is Rick, KO4SZJ. You can put me down for an iPhone. The phone syncs better to the iTunes. Everybody have a good day. This is KO4SZJ.
All right, Rick, thanks for checking in. Yeah, I'm a member of Prime, Amazon Prime, so I use the Amazon Prime music service. Being a musician, everything else, and being pretty critical, I've always found what I did there. Have a great, let's go to Bob in Cortland, New York, KD2WBZ. Bob, good morning.
No, I've always had iPhones, and you can hear it ringing right now. Thank you.
All right, Bob, get the phone call. Thanks for checking in. We got Daryl and Mike via the text line that chimed in while we were taking that list for another round of check-ins. We've got a lot of connections out there. Get you on number 938, and let's hear what kind of phone you got this morning. Come twice and slowly.
4KU.
KC1, QPL, KC1, Q.
For 2, Uniform Oscar Golf, N2 UOG.
November 1, Whiskey Echo. November 1, Whiskey Echo Bravo.
Kilo Quebec 4, Echo Oscar India, KQ4EOI, in and out, please.
Kilo 7, Zulu Sierra Hotel, Kilo 7, Zulu Sierra Hotel, mobile.
PM. KE2CGR, KE2CGR, in and out. Alpha India 8 Whiskey, AI8W, in and out.
Right here, we had AI8W, Chris from Albuquerque, Michigan. You were in and out. Have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Steve from New York, KE2CGR. You were in and out as well. I'll knock out the ins and outs here. And KQ4EOI, John from Miami, Florida. You guys all have a great weekend. You were IOs this morning. We also had, starting at the bottom of the list, working up, W2EM, KK7ZSH, Jason, your ones here, W2KJV, N1WEB, 2UOG, KC1QPL, P4KU, W5ITD, Chris, your of course as well, we'll get to you here first, B2WRJ, and WB1XDN, both via the text line, which we'll get to you guys after the mobiles here. We might have missed a few. I'm going to call for missed stations on that last go-round. last go around if I missed you. Come with your twice and slowly. Well, good. Looks like we got everybody then. Let's go to the mobile stations first. Chris in Beaumont, Texas, WB5ITT. Chris, do you have an iPhone or Android? How you doing out there?
TGIF, sir, and good Friday morning, everybody on the morning brew. A little broken clouds down here, low humid, 77 degrees in southeast Texas, but it's not going to be bad. It's going to turn nasty tomorrow, though. We got rain coming, and it's supposed to be heavy Saturday. As far as my phone, Android. I've had an Android ever since phone after having the back way back when. I've tried iPhones. I hate them. I got no other way to put it. I hate iPhones. Can't stand them. No headphone jack. They hide the features under the spotlight, the Wi-Fi hotspot. It took me forever to get to them. The Android, I know where they're at. I just pull down, punch it, it's up. So, anyhow, I love my Android, and besides, the current one didn't cost me a thing since iHeartMedia bought it for me when I was working in New Orleans. Everybody have a good Friday morning. I'm headed for Dow Chemical Plant over here to program up 100 portables today. So, busy morning. WB5IGT.
All right, Chris, have a good day programming. Have a great weekend. Let's go to our other mobile station on this list that we have left. Jason in Milwaukee, Oregon, KK7ZSH. Jason, what kind of phone you got, an iPhone or an Android?
Morning, everybody on the Brew crew. I got the HT in my car this morning, so I may not sound as good as normal. I am an Android user. I have an iPhone for work, and I hate it. So, put me down for the Android. Everybody have a great morning. SH.
All right, Jason, Android it is, and you sound crystal. There was a little bit of popcorn there with mobile, but you sounded great. Let's go to the top of the list. Daryl Epson, New Hampshire, flying WB1DXN. Daryl, how you doing?
Morning to the crew this morning. I'm doing great this morning. I hope everybody else is doing great also. I have a iPhone, and they bringing up the bag phone. That reminded me that I forget when they came out. I had one, I think it was something, and I'm not sure, and I can't find it anymore. Moved a couple of times, so I don't really. It might even been a Radio Shack model. So, boy, that brings some memories when they mentioned the bag phone. Have a great day, great weekend, and maybe see you on the second go. WB1DXN, back to net control. All y'all have a
All right, Daryl, boy, do I miss Radio Shack. I don't know if they're still in existence. There's Leather, that was a Tandy company as well. I think also Tandy, who was responsible for Radio Shack, and Tandy Leather places around you could go and find a Tandy Leather, same company. Let's go to Mike in Camillus, New York, KD2WRJ. Good, Mike.
Good morning, Brew crew. Thanks for joining the net today. I've got an iPhone. I've been an Apple guy for a number of years, but so that's for me and my family so far. So I hope everybody has a good weekend. This is KD2WRJ. Back to the net.
All right, Mike. Have yourself a great weekend. We made it. Let's go to Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, you, Jason. Good morning.
Good morning and happy weekend, everyone. I'm in Atlanta, where it looks like it's going to be a nice day. I'm an iPhone guy. I find the App Store phone to have a smoother experience, and the apps to me are a little bit better gated in a little bit better way. So I don't often run into things that crash and whatnot. So, but that's it for me today. Have a good day, everyone. Back to net control from K4.
All right, Jason. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Let's go to John in South St. Paul, Minnesota, KC1QPL. John, how you doing? What kind of phone you got there? You got an Android or an iPhone?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm Morning Brew. I'll be on for the second cup translating to Derby Dan. I wouldn't talk, and no way. I think Bill Gates was Steve Jobs was an intellectual property thief, and I avoid Apple at all costs. Yes, sir. KC1QPL. Sorry for the editorial.
Not a problem, John. You have a great morning. We'll see you on the second cup. Let's go to Sal in Spring Hill. To UOG. Sal, what say you?
Jeff and everybody else on the Brew crew Friday morning. I've never had a phone. I've always had Android. I guess I'm just a creature of habit. I'm sure iPhones are great too, but again, creature of habit. Have a nice weekend. Back to net control and UOG.
All right, Sal. Android it is. I'm with you there. In Colorville, Tennessee, N1WB. Webb, good morning.
Thank you, Jeff, and good morning to the net. Put me down for an iPhone. I've had them all. I mean, I've had Android, I've had Windows, and I have an iPhone now. In fact, still my Windows phone, I've given it to a grandson. It doesn't have internet access or anything, but it still works, and there's a couple games on it. And I like those phones because they were really cheap. I mean, they were like $50, so you couldn't go wrong with that. Everybody have a great weekend. N1WEB.
All right, Webb. Yeah, they sure have come a long way. So is their cost and everything else, but capable, that's for sure. Let's go to our network facilitators, Tony in Homosassa, Florida, W2KJV. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Jeff, and everyone on the Morning Brew, Vicky, and everyone. Tony here. I'm an Android guy. If you have Android phones, but fact, I do have an iPhone, but it's by link, and it's in like 2004, 2005, before they came out, Apple iPhones. Okay, back to everyone. W2KJV.
All right, Tony. Stick around for the second cup. We can have Dick talk about his brick phone that he showed us just in the Zoom room. Amazing. I'm surprised the thing, he still had power after 30 years. I'm still just trying to get over that. Checking in. Let's go to Chuck in Lancaster, New York, W2EM. Good morning, Chuck.
Yep, I have an iPhone. I have a relationship with the iPhone. I know they're overpriced and everything. They work well. It works good for me, and I got so much on it that I don't think I could port it over to an Android. If I could, I probably would, but I got a lot of stuff there. Working with pictures on there is terrible. I can't even get them off hardly. It's tough for me to actually extract them from the phone and put them in the computer. It just doesn't want to do it. All right, I'll send it back to net, W2EM.
All right, Chuck. Well, good luck with the picture thing, and have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you next time. Get a nice list going. Get yourself on number 938 of the net. We have a lot of connections still this morning, so we know you're listening. Please get yourself on the list for the history books here. Please come twice and slowly.
W4 PPX, Don and Holly, and out.
Delta Yankee 1, Delta Yankee 1, Delta Yankee 1, Alpha Juliet Delta. Good morning.
Juliet Oscar Bravo Mobile, November 2. Juliet Oscar Bravo Mobile.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Papa Yankee X-Ray, KQ4, PYS. Mobile, in and out, please. Good morning.
Okay, we'll go with, whoop. Want to make sure I didn't key over someone there. Q4PYX, Stephen, Park, Florida, you were in and out mobile. Have a great weekend. N2JO mobile on this check-in list, so you're going to be first. DY1AD, Aaron, W4PPX, Don, you were in and out from Hollywood. Have a great in K5RLR, Randall at the top of the list. But let's go to this mobile station first. N2JOB, Michael in Center Beach, Florida. Michael, do you have an iPhone or an Android?
N2JOB. I am an Android person. I've been an app builder, so I've never been a fan of closed gardens. I've had Android my whole life. Back to next. Everybody have a great weekend.
All right, Michael, Android is, and you have a great weekend as well. We'll talk. Let's go in Spring, Texas via the text line, K5RL. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Jeff, and everybody else out there on the Brew. Brother Spanish, you still out there, listen? K5, RLR. I've had both. Currently, right now, I've got the Samsung, the flip phone. That's pretty neat. Folds out to a size touchscreen and folds down into the size of a little iPad. But yes, I've had both. However, as stated, I've got the Android right now. Hope everybody has a good day. 7-3 to all, and we'll see everybody here, I guess, Monday. Thanks for running that. I do appreciate it. K5RL. To you, sir.
All right, Randall. Have a good weekend. Let's go to Don in Hollywood, Florida. W4PPX. Don, how you doing? Oh, Don was in and out. I apologize. My bad. Don, have a great weekend. Let's go to Aaron, DY1AJD. Aaron, I can't pronounce that. You'll have to tell me what that is. Android, or do you have a iPhone? Good morning.
Good morning. You're on the things. It's not Marinia City, I believe. It's actually, I haven't updated that, but I'm already in Milan, Italy right now. So this is where I'm transmitting from. Well, I'm a blind person. Our preferred phone, as many of the blind community will agree, I think iPhone, but budget constraints, I have Android. I'm using Android. I'm coping up with it. It's not the best, but for radio things, I can manage with it. If I need to test something, on accessibility side of things, I just borrowed my wife's iPhone. Yeah. So that's all. Have a very great weekend, and tomorrow we'll have a trip to on the beach in Italy. We're going to see the aquarium for my son. It's my son's third birthday. Have a very good weekend, everyone. 7-3, and back to you, Net Control. Thanks.
Aaron, thank you for checking in from Milan, Italy, and have a great day or evening over there and all your other adventures you've got going on over there in Italy. Wrapping up the net and putting a bow this morning is, no, I think that was it. Yeah, that wraps it. The other station was now. Everyone, have a great weekend. My name is Jeff, 0GK, on behalf of Bill, Dick, in the Zoom room this morning, and the rest of the Morning Brew team. Everyone, have a great weekend. Dick will put about 30 or 20 seconds of gap in there for stations that need to disconnect and disconnect this morning. Stick around for the second cup and check in with Dick. 7-3, everybody. Have a great weekend.